Hey Ewans, welcome back to my channel. It's Winnie BLV, Mouth of the South. No intro, no outro. It's just this hoe. This is a collab video with Autumn Beckman. Yes, we are going to team up. So on my live with Meredith last week, not this week's live, but the week before, on Wednesday, we did a live before our collab video. Bag of the day, by the way, thank you to Meredith, is this luscious Spring in the City on the go. I love it. Still love it. Okay, anyway, in that discussion we were having, people were asking questions, and Dale of Dale's Addiction, hey girl, Mr. A himself asked us a question, and Autumn thought, hey, that's pretty interesting. Let's delve into this and do a whole video based on gifting. So the question was, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like, if your husband bought you a luxury purse or bag or gift, right? If you didn't like it, would you return it? And that really kind of, I didn't sort of delve into it as much as I would have liked to. So that's what this video is about today. Thank you for joining me. So I'm just going to jump right in. First of all, gifting. I love to gift. That is my love language. I have always tried to be thoughtful in my gifting. And that stems back from one time as a kid. I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade. You had your little friend group, and I had a little boyfriend, and he gifted me the cutest little teddy bear pin. And I think my grandmother took me to, at that time, what was called Revco, CVS now. And I think she gave me a $5 bill, and I must have had 5 people to buy for. So you see what happened. We cheaped out. I will never forget it because I heard a couple of the kids be like, oh God, this girl didn't even spend $1. Yeah. So that ever since then, I've always made my own money, saved my own money to, get gifts and do things like that. Like if I know I have a gift to buy, I don't try to cheap out on it. So sometimes I go a little too crazy, but for Bill, so let's say Bill did buy me a gift. He did at one point buy me this Cava Piano bag. Look at it, girl. Back in, I want to say 2004 or 2005 in Vegas. I've told you this story a bunch, but anyway, he did buy me this. The thing is, I picked out the bag. So I guess the question is really, if Bill, gave my daughter a couple grand or whatever, that's never going to happen, but she was going to Atlanta or Charlotte or somewhere, or Nashville, where there is a boutique, a Louis Vuitton boutique, or just any luxe boutique, because there's none around me. Would she then pick me out something that I liked? Yes, in that situation she would, so I would keep it. But I gotta say, it's a hard question to answer. It's a conundrum because expensive, yes, luxury is too expensive, and we're not the kind of people that can waste $2 grand. So if he did give my daughter something in mind and pick it out, and then she bought it for me and brought it up here and gifted it, he gave it to me, the thought would overwhelm me because he's never done that. But also, if I didn't like it, I would not want to hurt his feelings, but then again, I would not want to waste $2 grand. So it has happened. I think I told you about the bracelet situation, and then he got me that dipped rose, which I loved, but it wasn't really what I was asking for, but he didn't realize what I wanted. So yeah, in that situation, I think my answer has to be, if I didn't love it, I would be fawning over him for doing the act of buying me a luxury gift when he never really would. But if I didn't love it, I just have to say, babe, I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I know this is going to, because he really does get his feelings hurt when I don't like something that he gives me. It's 100% of the reason why he now gives me cash or tells me to pick out something and buys it, gives me the money for it or whatever. So yeah, him gifting me something that expensive, I won't even say $2,000. Let's just say $500 to $1,000. I don't care. I would not want to keep something sitting on a shelf. If it cost him that much money, I would get his money back, and then I would probably exchange with him and get his opinion when I tried on, like, what do you think of this? I like this one. Do you like it? I mean, you know what I mean? It's his money. But it would kill me. It would make me feel bad, but it would kill me also to never carry it and then fun because he notices things. He really does notice. If I have something new, he's like sharp on it. Like, where'd that come from? I've never seen that before. Where'd you get that? Did you just get that item? Da, 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 da. So he's like that. He's a noticer. I think he would say, aren't you going to carry the bag that I gave you? Don't you like it? So that would hurt his feelings as well. So it's kind of like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Yeah, I have to say to Dale's question on this one that as much as I love my husband and want to please him and make him happy, y'all already know, in more ways than one, but no, in the gifting department, that way too, that's what she said. No, I would think that I would politely and sparingly, like sparing his feelings, try to spare his feelings as much as I can and be like, hey, you know, it's probably, I love it and I love the thought and I can't believe you've done this. I'm so happy. But let's me and you take a weekend and we'll go down to Charlotte and we'll take this back and then we can look together to find me something that I do want to, you know what I mean? That would be, so there are gifts though, of course, as you know, my mom gave me this, you know, right before she died. She also, the last gift that she ever gave me was a throw blanket. And like I said, on that day, I wouldn't take, you know, I'd give you all these purses if someone said it's the blanket, or I'd say, you know, take everything. Because my mom, that was her last gift and she was really sick when she went out and bought them on her own. So I have a million throw blankets, I really do. And as a matter of fact, probably half of them she's bought me, but that particular one holds a special place in my heart because she bought it for me. So I'm like that with gifts in general. Like if someone buys me a gift and I'm probably, you know, say I'm not crazy about it and I won't carry it or use it or wear it, I'm pretty good at like letting my daughters have it. I got nieces, I got sisters, sister-in-laws. So, you know, there's always somebody that's going to use the item. I would never hurt the gift giver's feelings by saying, oh, I hated that, I gave it back or I sent it back. I wouldn't do that. But I might politely just move it on down the line. I would never re-gift it. I will tell you a small story that I think I told you this. Oh, I told you this, guys. My aunt gave my grandmother a robe one year. And then I think a couple years after that, I swear, I think it was just 3 or 4 years later, she wrapped it up and gifted it back to my aunt, not knowing that she had, and my aunt opened it and said, I gave this to you. What the hell? So yeah, it's that whole thing. I'm old now and I don't think I would re-gift an item. Gifting is weird though, right? It is. I love to give. Getting a gift, I love it, but I don't know how to act. Like where do your hands go? What does your face do? Like it's hard for me to receive an item as cheerfully as I give an item. Does that make sense? But anyway, this was a fun video idea. I am appreciative. We have to thank, of course, Mr. Addiction himself for asking it and even getting the conversation started. What would you do in that situation if your husband gifted you a luxury item and you were like, I think Yota has been in this situation. I think she got a Burberry bag that she loved that he bought for her, that Keith bought for her, but then she was kind of like, I just don't carry it. So, you know, it's too expensive. Luxury items are too expensive to sit here, says this beach with everything just sitting here. But anyway, but for you not to even enjoy it enough, like I get joy just coming in here and looking at my bags, picking them up, you know, looking through them, you know, modeling them in the mirror and stuff. Like I get joy out of that. So if that's not even going to happen, yeah, it's something way too expensive that even if it's not going to bring me joy in some way, yeah, I gotta say I'm the person that would. I didn't think that when we first had this question with Meredith, when we were talking about it, I didn't think I would be that one. But now if somebody gives me, like the girls, Gaudy Gang, they've gifted me stuff, and I gotta say, I've pretty much liked everything. So there hasn't been anything that I've just not been, and there's been some things that my, you know, daughter has said, oh wow, where'd you get that, Mom? Can I use it? I'm like, oh yeah, you know, so-and-so gave me that. Sure, you can use it. So that does happen, guys. That happens. So anyway, keep the conversation going. If you have a YouTube channel and you would like to answer this question, that would be great. I would love to see your video on it. Please tag me and Autumn in it. Go over and watch Autumn if you did not come from her channel. Thank you so much for watching my video. Now get over there and watch hers because she's got something to say. She's a little smarter and a little more thoughtful than me. in every single way. So I know that her conversation will be worth watching and interesting. I can't wait to see what she has to say. All right, the big topic of the day is gifting. I hope you guys have a special and happy, we're going into the weekend, and I will see you back here on Saturday. Yes. All right, do me a favor though. If y'all see my husband, girl, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, don't tell him nothing. Bye. I know, guys, do you see this up here? You see this little cherries print poking out up here? Yeah, I know people are gonna ask me. Yes, I did trade Meredith bag for bag, my cherries for her. My cherries. Girl, that sounded nasty. I wanted it to. For the on-the-go tote, which I am carrying today. But I had from way back in the day that I bought on eBay. I got duped on eBay with this bag. It was supposed to be an authentic cherry Speedy. It is not it's a super fake, because I've actually asked people in one of the Facebook groups to look at it, and I gotta say, out of 10 of them, 9 of them said it's authentic, and then the one girl said it's not, and here's why. So yeah, they're very tricky, but yeah, I missed it, you know, I missed it back there, so I decided, hey, why not? Let's put that cherries, but no, I did not replace the cherries bag with another cherries bag. That's just a good super fake that I've had on hand for, oh my gosh, I want to say 18 years or so, probably 17, 18 years. Yeah, I've had it that long. Girl, I miss my cherry in the bag, biatch.